So I think in the sun, this thing is gonna look absolutely crazy. What is up, everybody? It's Matt with driverstudio.com. Today, we've got the 6-deuce Buick LeSabre 4-door hardtop about to get laced and flaked, patterned up on the roof. Going crazy, going for it. Just gonna have some fun, trying to get this project done this weekend. And yes, this is off of Tyler's mom's kitchen table. No joke. This is really about to happen. This thing is gonna be crazy cool. So this is the infamous $2,000 build car. This car was bought for $1,000, trailered home. I believe it got trailered over here for free. I don't think Tyler had to pay anything to get this car here because I was significantly closer than him, and it has just stayed here. We have thrown very, very little money at this car. Like I said, the goal is to keep this under $2,000 to show people that you too can get out on the street cruising, having fun in a cool hot rod, rat rod project, whatever it is, for very little money. So we will be spraying the top. I'm gonna do it white base. I'll let that cure up. I'll lay my lines down. I'm gonna trim up this wicked piece of fabric from Tyler's wonderful mother. Thank you. It's going to a good home. It's going to good use. I guess the lace is actually going into the garbage when this is all done, but it's gonna look wicked. So, a little bit of progress shot on the inside. Yep, floors were super bad, so we cut those out the other night. We're going to go super gangster on it and self-tapping screw some new sheet metal into the floors and seam seal them up. Because remember, we're just doing this on the cheap. We're just having fun with this. We just want to show people what you can do for very little money to get yourself out cruising. The white walls on this thing are the white wall flappers from Atlas. Got those off eBay. I think Tyler paid $75, $80 for those. The tires were a $200 Craigslist score, and they are, man, the tires are seriously like brand new. They are in great shape. Yeah. So throwing a new thermostat in this thing, and we're gonna buy new rear coils and chop the front coils, bring the altitude down on this bad girl. So give her a seriously wicked new look. So stick around, check it out. Thank you for joining us today on Driver Studio. So we'll be back with y'all in a bit. All right. So now the hope is that my camera doesn't act up. I'm gonna take you guys through the whole process on this. Laugh at me, say all you want. I've never done this before. Painted a lot of cars, but I've never done a lace paint job. So I'm just doing what I believe would be the right process. So number one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna speed up the camera, and I'm going to cut all this lace so I can get it to where it needs to be. So, skit, scat, scatly, boom. Now, as you'll see, while I'm cutting this like this, I'm only setting it up like this so you guys can see. I laid it out on the roof, kind of centered it up and got it set up side by side, you know, all that good kind of stuff. Then I made my line on it, this marker line, just to kind of give me an idea of what pattern I'm going to keep on the roof and what I'm going to get rid of. And then you'll see I'm cutting a little below that marker line, and then I'll just be taping that down to the roof later on the video. So. Day. I'm gonna make good use of my time. It's like I always say, you know, ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You want to get these projects done, you just got to go out there and do it. It's amazing what you can get done in just a couple hours a night, couple hours a day. You know, a Saturday, a Sunday. You know, just take a little bit of time, go out there, work on your rides, and have fun with it. That's the Driver Studio way. That's how we do what we do. That's how we've gotten to where we're at. We ain't gonna take no handouts from nobody, and you know, just surround yourself with good people. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from the toxic people. And, you know, there's going to be haters out there. People are going to say what they want to say about what you do. It's all good. Just take it with a grain of salt, move on to the next project, and before you know it, you'll have another one done out the door. You know, we're always messing with stuff. driverstudio.com. We really eat and sleep this stuff. We're really car people that are always messing with crazy projects. It seems like it never ends. So we thought, hey, why not make a website dedicated to people that do what we do so people can buy and sell their cars? And remember to post up your pictures and videos and projects, progress, all that good stuff on driverstudio.com. So we're going to get back at it. I got work to do. I can't be talking all day. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So we're back at it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mask off the roof before I sand it. I know there's different trains of thought on how people like to do stuff. One of the things for me is I really like to keep my stuff as clean as possible while I'm doing my prep work and my paint work. I strongly believe and encourage people, if you're going to do a job, especially, you know, kind of a down and dirty job like this, mask off your stuff first, get it all covered up, then sand your top. Now, if you're doing a big restoration, repair, something massive on the side of a Chevy Tahoe or something like that, I get it. You're going to do the body work, blow it all down, mask up, prep, and blah, blah, blah. This job right here, this specific job, what we're doing is we are just going to be basically sanding the roof down real quick. We're not going to be doing any body work. Then we'll shoot it in sealer, as you'll see later in the video, followed by the white base. Let that dry up, lay down our lines, lay down our lace, and then we'll come back over that with the next color. And then, of course, we'll peel everything off, start going to town clear coating with all of our flake and all the good stuff. So, once again, I like doing it this way where I mask up before I sand. Plus, good train of thought, you know that if you're going to be sanding and not taking your trim off, you're going to be going right up against that. You don't want to scratch it up. I know this car's not perfect. It's total, you know, rat rod project, hot rod cruiser car. But you still want to save your stainless and your chrome before you start sanding, because you don't want your sandpaper, your scratch pad, or Scotch Brite, or whatever you use to scuff up this. So keep your shiny, shiny, your nasty, nasty by applying tape and paper before you start prepping. That's my 2 cents. So, now onto this. I'm not very happy with this fine line, but you know, it is what it is. Which I think I need to stop saying that. I'm getting tired of that phrase. What's sad is what we just discussed a little bit ago. I can see that someone, for whatever reason, I guess when they rattle can this car black years ago, from what it looks like it's rattle can black, they sanded the snot out of this piece of trim right here, which coincidentally is also siliconed in. But once again, we're not worrying about that stuff. We didn't do it, but we're just continuing forward. Masking off the other side so we can start laying paper, and we'll be back in a little bit. All right, y'all, on to the next step. Figured I'd walk y'all through this. So now the car is all wrapped up. Well, the masking around what I'm going to be sanding is wrapped up. And remember, like I was saying a bit ago, what the plan is now I can sand this and I don't have to worry about bumping my stainless. If I mess up my tape or my paper a little bit right there, it's okay. I can fix those spots. I like my stuff to be relatively tight, clean. You know, I do what I can just to make sure I'm not going to have, you know, I want to limit the dust and dirt. I mean, yes, I'm spraying in a wide open, dusty, dirty garage, but I'm able to do what I do pretty well. It gets the job done. So now I will sand the roof, which I will obviously set up the camera and have you guys travel with me on that journey here in a bit. But I'm going to sand the roof, and then I will blow the whole roof down, blow the whole car down, and then I will finish up masking the rest of the car with plastic. I always like to have paper right up against where I'm going to be spraying. So, yes, we will be bringing y'all back here soon as I show you the next steps of the process. All right, y'all. Yesterday I had a couple snafus. We developed a flat tire on the right front of the car, so ended up having to take that off along with the wheels and tires for the 69 C20 that will be lowering here in the next week or so. So got that all off to the wheel shop, got everything fixed, got the new white walls installed for the 69, got the white wall taken care of and the flat fixed for the 62 that we're working on. So now we're back on this, and I'm going to be hand sanding this roof because the roof's in actually really good shape. Just scuffing it, getting ready for a little bit of primer, a little bit of base white that I'm going to shoot on here. So yeah, here we go. Shift it around, see what we got going. Now I'll show you. This is this side, the driver's side. It's actually got some cool looking patina, you can kind of tell. I don't know how this thing got like this, because I'll tell you from the pictures I saw of this car 10 years ago, it sat outside for 10 years, actually looked really good. Then we'll come over to this side. Just so you can see the kind of progress we're making. Powdering up really, really nice. Very easy to scuff this material. That's why I'm kind of doing what I'm doing, but using 220 grit by hand, little maroon Scotch Brite. Alright, so now I'm gonna go around this thing with a fine tooth comb. I'm gonna go around all my edges, make sure any chips that are kind of buried up in this, the little drip rail gutter edge, just around everything. I just wanna make sure that everything is scuffed. The material that's on this roof, even though it's unknown, it seems really nice. It's powdering up really well. It's feathering out easily. All I'm doing is hand sanding this, just giving it a little scuff with 220 and a Scotch Brite. And then we're gonna go over that with our sealer and our base. And for our base, we're going super crazy. Just, you know, real simple. It's a single stage, and it's a DuPont product or Axalta product. Imron 6000. It's real heavy, real thick, so it covers up a lot of imperfections. Real durable, real strong. I like it a lot. We'll accelerate that after we activate it, and then we will get that scuffed tomorrow before we lay out our patterns and tape down the lace. So there you go, guys. We'll be back with y'all in a bit. All right. So we are back now, and I am just stirring up after I got done just doing a little quick shaker poo on my sealer here. Now this is just from Napa. This is Napa's Crossfire line, the 293 sealer. Good stuff. I shoot on everything. I shot a multitude of bases in single stage over the top of that, and it works out really good. So yes, I know I have a super dirty little spot right here, but believe it or not, I've been mixing stuff on the floor like this for like 10 years. No joke. So now I'm just gonna mix up, throwing this in here. This is a 4-to-1 mix. So I'm gonna take it up to 12. I'm gonna grab my activator right here, my 258. Take this up. Boom. This stuff covers real good. I've had a lot of good luck with it, you know, sealing up over relatively heavy sand scratches. I don't do anything crazy. I'm not like trying to bury 80 grit sand scratches or anything like that. Most of the time, the gnarliest sand scratches I have in my surface is like 180. Most of the time if I'm doing any body work, I'm gonna hit it in sanding primer, some 4K type stuff. I'm using the CP440, the primer surfacer. The majority of the time, I get that from Napa as well. It's great stuff for covering, but yeah, for today, there's no body work on the roof. The roof's real nice. I mean, for the job that we're doing, you know, like I said, it's kind of a down and dirty job, and we're just getting it shot in sealer and then in the white today. So tomorrow we can start laying out our patterns and our lace. So grab my trusty rust tack rag, and you can stay there. I'll climb up over here and you can see me tacking. So just doing a quick tack. That'll allow me to make sure my edges of my tape are still relatively secure. Now, honestly, I know we're doing kind of a nastier paint job. You know, the roof is prepped out nice, the car is masked nice. We're using pretty decent quality materials. I'm just shooting with a Harbor Freight gun. It's nothing fancy. My gun was like 115 bucks. Always buy the warranty for the extra $19, I think, because I'm already on my second gun in the last like 8-9 months. But even though it's kind of a nonsensical job, we're just having fun with it. We're not doing anything for like a crazy show car or anything. We still try to take, you know, as many precautionary steps as possible. Make sure your gun's clean, make sure your gun's ready to go, tacking the job down, blowing it down really well, make sure your tape and your paper's tight. That's all part of the process. You know, I feel like personally, if you're gonna be shooting a job like this is great practice for when and if you end up doing a higher quality, a better, more professional paint job in the future. At least this way you're able to do something like this, and you were able to say, okay, I can tackle a small job, now I can graduate on. I know a lot of people kind of get in that mindset of when they're doing a less expensive, cheaper, not as high of a quality job, they say, oh, it's not as important, so we can cut corners. You might as well practice and try to do as good as you can on a less expensive, not important job, so when you go on to do the more important job, you're ready. You know, so now we're gonna load up, we'll start shooting some sealer, then the beautiful Miss Hot Rod Alley will get away from behind the camera, and we'll come back after we get done in sealer, and then we will be going into base after that. So keep recording. Literally, this is awesome sauce. I don't know if somebody already has that, but if not, if there was a paint company out there, I'll let you take that. Just give me royalties for the name. All right, so now I'm gonna turn on the fan. Hopefully it's not ridiculously loud.
So if you want to come around this side with me, just, you know what? We'll start right here. We'll start on this side. We'll be back after we're done.
All right, so we are back, everybody. We have got our paint mixed up now. It is Exalta NO303. It's a white single stage paint. It's kind of a creamy blue tinted white. Not too Arctic white, not too much refrigerator white. Pretty nice color. So we'll lay this down so tomorrow we can lay the patterns and lace out. and get the silver over that, and then peel everything back to do the clear coat with the flake. And make sure it's all drained out. Probably way too much material, but I hate running out halfway through a job. Let's do that.
You know what? Let's grab the tweezers and I'll show people how we do that. It happens. There we go.
What's going on, everybody? We are back. The roof is done, sprayed in the white that we are using as our base. Yes, I hope you enjoyed watching it get sprayed. So as you can see, it's all nice and dried up now. Yes, it is just right. So now the next step in the process is I'm going to be scuffing the roof with gray Scotch-Brite. And then I will be laying down my lines, my patterns, my lace, all that good stuff. Show you what I got here. Just gonna kind of be playing. Just some gray Scotch-Brite. Boom. This is for cleaning stainless. What else we get? Look at that whole sleeve of yellow. Love that stuff. Got 1/2 inch. Then I got, what is this? The 5/8 tape, I guess. And then, of course, the 1/4 inch 3M. So I am going to get to masking on this thing now, lay out these lines, get everything scuffed up, everything cleaned up, ready to rock. So then I'll come back to you guys, show you that progress. And then of course, after that, then we'll start laying the color down, the silver over the top of the white base, and start hitting with clear and flake and all that good stuff. So be back in just a little bit. All right, so we are on to the next step of the process. The lace is all taped down, ready to rock. We got our lines on our sail panels. Everything's nice and snug. So now, as you'll see when I shoot this, all I'm gonna do is blow my silver over the top of the lace and let that come through. I'm not really worried about overspray on this side of the line, because once the lace pattern is sprayed over, then all this lace will be peeled off the top. And then I'll come through with some styrene and hold this up against my lines to give it the shadow effect. And then I'll run a nice little tight line all across the face of all my fine line tape that you see. So it'll go all around the edges, and it'll give that nice little shadow effect on both sides of the tape all the way around. But then those patterns in the sail panels, once again, they'll be shadowed on one side of the lines. All right, y'all, on to the next part of the stuff. Yeah, the fun. See you in a bit. All right, y'all, we are back. So yeah, as you can see, had to make a little bit of a change in the plans at the very final hour. I was mistaken on my stock and I did not have silver. I don't know how I goofed on that. I thought I had silver, but it's all right. We ended up going with a dark red because the saddle blanket interior that we're throwing inside the car is, it's like a multicolor saddle blanket, and it has some red in it. So since I did not have silver, we decided, hey, you know what? we're gonna continue onward. You know, that's the joy of painting, having fun with this kind of stuff. And we decided, hey, let's mix up a dark red and have some fun with it. So there you can see the lace pattern on the top from Tyler's wonderful mother's kitchen table. Yes, no joke. This is from her kitchen table, the material we use. No clear yet. So I just wanted to show you guys a little update. Sorry I didn't show you guys while I was spraying. I apologize. But we're really under the gun time-wise. It's getting late. It's like almost 8 o'clock here this weeknight. I got to go to work tomorrow. But I'm about to mix up my clear for my first coat with the flake. And since we've decided to go red highlight on the color through the lace and through the pattern, I am going to be doing a three-way mix of tropical glitz, red, white, and the sandbar. It's kind of a goldish tan. So really, really beautiful color flake. So I'm gonna mix that up. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. The GTO Judge Tribute is getting some testing tune done on it by Tyler this evening outside the garage. So yeah, I will be back with y'all in a little bit after I get the first coat of clear with the flake on it, hopefully. Otherwise, I will just show you guys when everything is clear coated and it is completely done. But looks really cool right now. I'm relatively happy with it. Couple little imperfections here and there, but now we're gonna start to bury some stuff under the clear with the flake. And yeah, hopefully have some serious fun in this car here in the very near future. So we'll be back with y'all in just a little bit. Adios. All right, y'all. So we got the clear on here now with the flake. Let's see if we can make this dance. Hit it with the light a little bit. Yeah. Not crazy saturation, but it does have, like I said, tropical glitz, white, and sandbar. So I think in the sun, this thing is gonna look absolutely crazy. But now I'm gonna load up here in a minute. I'm gonna spray my top coat of clear. We're just gonna run with it. We're not doing a cut and buff on this thing. I don't know, maybe if we get something crazy in the top coat of clear, but with how much everything's kind of hidden because it's got so much going on the top, I'm not really that concerned with it. Remember, this is just for fun. This is nothing crazy. This isn't like a show car, nothing. We are just experimenting and checking this out. So this is 8840 Exalta Clear. Once again, mixed with tropical glitz with the lace on the top. And remember, this car, ironically, this is the $1,000 car where we're trying to just do $1,000 invested on top of that $1,000 purchase price of the car. So we're trying to have this thing done for $2 grand. But remember, there's something special about that $1,000. Once we get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and 1,000 ads posted. So 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and 1,000 ads posted on driverstudio.com, DRIVERSSTUDIO. We're gonna be giving away $1,000. So I am going to shut the camera off now. I'm gonna hit it with that last top coat of clear. It's already popping pretty good, but I gotta seal all this in and smooth it all out. So we will be back tomorrow after everything's cured up, and we'll probably unmask it, and I will show y'all how she looks. Hope you guys like it. We'll be back in a bit. Later, y'all.